Back now on Triad today, and two returning guests. It sounds like we're doing a game show, but we're not. Two returning guests. I'm so glad they're back. Lori Bates, our director. We meet two lovely ladies. Next to me on my immediate right, Galyn Shivers is Director of Workforce Development Services for Goodwill Industries in Northwest North Carolina. Next to her, the lovely Eddie Moser. And Eddie's actually Ability Services Manager at Goodwill. And thank y'all for taking time to come over and talk with us a little bit. It doesn't matter who answers it, but maybe Galyn, you can start. What is the Ability Services Program, and how did it start?
Well, originally Goodwill Industries started their services. People with disabilities in the community, they collected donated items, they repaired them, then they sold them back to the community to produce income. Well, over the years, we really have expanded to include services for people with various employment. But we have always been passionate about our original population, and we wanted to do more to support people with disabilities.
Okay. Now, Eddie, what types of programs specifically does Ability Services provide? Give me some examples.
Okay. We provide services for people with disabilities, and we also serve veterans. And with the veterans that we serve and their family members, they don't have to have a disability. For all of these groups, we help them with assessments to determine what might be a good job goal for them. We also provide job skills training and even provide scholarships for those who are unemployed. And we also do job development, job search assistance with our participants.
And I'll just remind the folks, in case you're new to the area or haven't seen the program before, when we've had Galyn and Eddie and other folks from Goodwill on, Goodwill does so many great things for all populations, people of all ages and backgrounds, in trying to get them back to work. This particular program, of course, we're going to focus on folks with disabilities and, as Eddie says, also veterans. But I'm wondering, Eddie, you mentioned the word goal. Let me turn that around on you. What is we know trying to help people with their individual goals. What's the goal of the program itself, really?
Our goal is to help people get sustainable employment, to be able to make a contribution to society, and to really feel productive. Many of the folks that we serve may not have been employed for the last 2 or 3 years. They have an employment gap, and they need assistance finding that employment, and they need sort of like an accountability partner in that job search.
Yeah, because Galyn, it's not easy when you're out of work and you've got to get back into it, and you've been out of it for a while. I mean, things change.
Lots of things change, and in particular, the way you seek out and apply for employment. So we really help them connect with what's going on now, the technologies, the techniques that employers are looking for, and actually help them identify their strengths, their skills to apply.
And trying to match them up, because you
Yes.
also keep up with things like who's hiring, and you keep up with what kind of things they demand in employees, right? So you've got your finger on all that.
How we do our business is to have partnership with the employers out there. It wouldn't be possible without them. So we help the employers in the community advise us, keep us aware of the labor market trends and all of that.
Eddie, how can people access the program?
That's a good question. We actually have an open information session for the Ability Services Program every Monday at 10 o'clock. You don't have to call in advance or make an appointment with us. Just show up about 10 or 15 minutes early, and we will provide information about our program.
Now, you mentioned for this particular program for people with disabilities and also veterans, very quickly, are there any eligibility requirements we should know about? Give me just for a couple seconds.
Well, only thing you need to do, you will need to provide what people with disabilities provide, a documentation from your doctor that you do have some type of chronic illness or disability, and even for veterans, provide documentation.
And Eddie, is this free?
This is free. All of our services are provided free of charge. We use our funds received from donations to fund the program.
Sure.
And we even have scholarships for the job skills training.
It's just a great program. On screen is goodwillnwnc.org. I hope you'll check that out and learn more about this. And please, folks, keep donating items that you can, because those turn into things that are sold, and that turns into money that makes workforce development and programs like Ability Services possible. And I just appreciate all the good work you all are doing.
Thank you
Thank you
for
Thanks so
having
much.
us.
We'll be right back after this.